Hey Brickheads, Scott with 36 Bricks here. Super excited as we're doing another lug build. Let's check it out. All right, guys. So it's Father's Day weekend, Saturday just before Father's Day, and the following week we have a lug display opportunity at the Neon Museum in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm super excited about this because I've never been to the Neon Sign Museum, so I'm excited to go. And it's also my opportunity to kind of build another build. So super excited about this. So my plan is that so the theme for that display is essentially sports and entertainment. And as a teenager, I loved playing paintball. And I did a few years back find that Lego actually made um, a paintball CMF minifigure, and I'm super I was super excited. I was like, holy crap! I didn't know that they did that. So I ordered a bunch, and over time I ordered a bunch more, and I ordered a bunch more, and ordered a bunch more, and I planned on putting a paintball like field or stadium in my city. And so when this came up, and this came up just recently, we just found out we've got like a week's notice. Um, we were told that they were trying to put something together, but they were just working out the details, and they finally did. So I've got a week to build a paintball stadium. I'll probably get it done tonight, but we'll see. So, of course, I have to lay it out and get it all situated, but let me show you kind of what I'm working on. All right, so with a paintball field, I'm doing what they call speedball. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about paintball, there's different types of paintball fields. So, you have the woods, right? You go out in the woods and, you marker off, the boundaries, and you go out and, you're in camo and you're like, yeah, let's rock. So there's that kind of paintball. And typically, with that kind of paintball, there's either a capture the flag or basically last one standing, right? So you shoot everybody back and forth, and the team with the most people at the end of a time frame, or when everybody's dead, essentially, or out, that's when the match is over. So that's what typically paintball is. Now there is what's called speedball, okay, and that's what I'm going to build. To where essentially it's similar to like a football field. There's bunkers all over the field, and this is actually what you would see on TV nowadays of professional. There are professional paintball players, and they start off on one field, and it's basically they run to the other, they shoot everybody, get to the other end, grab the flag, and bring it all the way back. That's speedball, and it's they don't have bunkers. They do have blow up bunkers, or they have wood plaques or something like that. But that's essentially what they have. Now there are depending on where you live, there's paintball. Fields that you could go to where they have different kinds of fields. For the most part, it's still speedball, and it's basically a last man standing type thing. They don't necessarily have capture the flag, but it's more along the lines of the moment everybody's out, it's done. And there's a bunch of places here in Southern California where they do that, and they have like, 5 different fields on one side, and then 5 different fields on another. One side is airsoft, the other is paintball, and they have different sections, and each section is not that big. It's probably maybe like, a half an acre each section. It's still a lot of space, but it's still not as big as like a forest type section. So what I'm showing here is basically, as you guys know, I'm going to set up the field. Now I have blue here, but of course I have my green plates. I'm doing single layer paintball. So I will, just do it this way, and this will be the green on the field, and then I will build on top of it. So let's continue to rock this out. I've already kind of started, just basically laying out the outline of the field. We're going to rock this out, and then kind of go from there. All right, guys. So we now have the green screen layout, or the green two base plate layout. Very sturdy, very supportive, like very flat, and we're all good. So pretty excited about that. Made some quick progress. Now I want to essentially lay out the overall design of the field, right? So if we flip to this screen, I want to I want to have, something as far as stands. So I have a couple markers here to where we will lay out, basic stands for viewing. We will do, to make it easy, we'll go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. All right. So that's essentially, one more. This is going to essentially be our stands, right? And then we will have, we will kind of lay it out to where these two or these areas will be designated for the players, basically for the teams, and then this will be the field, and we'll go all the way to the edge. As far as that goes, that way, and it technically won't be all the way to the edge. It'll probably be one stud in. That way it just gives you some contrast, and I'm going to lay it out with white tile, and then kind of go from there. And then once we get that laid out, I'm just going to start placing bunkers, or areas to where we can actually place bunkers and kind of see what the field looks like. So, like I said, here we will have essentially the stands for people to view. On these two sides, we'll have what would be essentially considered like dugouts in baseball, or sidelines for football. So it'll be the players on this side, and then we'll probably inset here, start from here, have the starting points on each side, and then we'll kind of lay it all out, and kind of design it. Once I lay it all out, we'll kind of go from there. So, again, nothing to it but to do it. Let's get her done. Alright guys, so as I kind of showed before, so here's the layout. I flipped it around so it's a little easier to see, but essentially here's the field, here's one of the dugouts, here's the other dugout for the other team, and then here are the stands. That's kind of the layout. Now as far as the minifigures, I decided to include 2 refs. That way you can, we have refs going on to make sure that we have fair play, I guess. This is from the CMF line. It's actually a soccer ref, but it works really well as just a general ref. And then we have these little guys right here. These are the paintball CMFs. Now, here's the thing. These are not paintball guns. When I bought the CMFs, I didn't realize they didn't come with the guns. So when I ordered them, I was a bit surprised that the guns didn't come in, and when I checked the order, I realized when I ordered them, it did specifically say that the paintball guns didn't come with. So that was kind of a a letdown, but the minifigures were, I think, $6 or $7, and again, I bought these years ago, but it was like the minifigure guns were like the same price. So, I mean, I don't necessarily know what they would run now, but back then it seemed like crazy. So, I found these little guns. So I have this one right here. This is a little handgun. Works really, really well. And then we also have this long form rifle. I don't know exactly where I got these. These were just in my accessories bins, and they work. They work. So, it's pretty excited. I went ahead and, just for giggles, I did some right-handed, some left-handed. Again, if you guys know anything about paintball, you typically, if you're right-handed, you're gonna aim like this. There's a hopper. You're going to wear packs with paintballs to put the hopper in, and you're going to shoot like this. Now, if you're left-handed, it's going to be the exact opposite, right? So here this way, here that way. Now, a good paintballer will actually be able to shoot both ways, where you're behind, you're like cat 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 cat, and then you have to duck behind and go to the other side and go cat 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 cat, and have a lot of fun that way. So, I mean, obviously, your prominent hand is going to be better. I mean, trigger here. This one's a little slower because I'm right-handed. But ultimately, that's the way it plays. Now, so as far as what I did is I outlined the field. This is the center of the field, the center marker. Again, we have the stands that we will be building. We have the dugouts that we will be building. Now, the dugouts will probably be slightly different. We'll have some seating. Same with here, but we'll have some elevated seating, so it actually raises up. Now, this is essentially just to mark where the starting point is. We're going to build this up as a pseudo bunker, and then we're going to just place small bunkers. Now, typically, when it comes to general play, just as a heads up, it's basically they even out the teams, right? So if there's 150, 160 people, say for easy numbers, 160 people, you're going to have 80 people on one side, 80 people on another, and you're just going to go, okay, red team, blue team, red team, blue team, red team, blue team, so on and so forth. However, in speedball tournaments, it's 5-on-5, and then they typically have, a backup or two. So what I've done is I have 7 minifigures on each side, okay, and essentially, so it's 5-on-5 with 2 backups. So we're going to have essentially 2 people in the dugout, rearing them on, just like this, and then we will have everybody on the field, plus the refs, and then I may try to figure out coaches somehow and see what we can do as far as a coach or two. That way they're in here. But ultimately, that's kind of the layout. That's what we're having fun with. So from here, we're gonna start. I am gonna probably grab like some coaches. See what we can find as far as the coaches and placing them here, and then from there we're going to go ahead and start rocking out the field. As I like to say, there's nothing to it but to do it, so let's get her done. right, guys, so here you have it. Super excited about the look and feel of it. It just brings me back to my paintball days, just having fun. So much fun. All right, so give you a little breakdown of the stories. So we have essentially the timer has already gone, or the whistle has already blown for them to start. We have a baller running up to this bunker, shooting. We have a essentially this would be a forward. Then we have a back who is behind the tall bunkers, essentially given protection or cover. We have another forward here laying down after sliding into some small bunkers. We have our third forward running into a round cylinder or a cone here, and then back here we have a another baller who has already been tagged out. So fun side on that end. Now coming back over on this end, kind of the same situation. We have a what would be considered a power forward, since they're so far forward. Here shooting, we also have one of the paintballs running and sliding into this bunker. We have the tall bunkers back here, and he's laying down cover fire for this guy. And then we have the refs. We have another baller, basically a back hunkering down. And then again, we have one here. Now this bunker here is called a snake. We have one on each side. That way it's fair. You have the same bunkers on either side. You have a crisscross bunker. You have the tall round bunkers. You have a cone type bunker. Same with this. This is kind of a cone type bunker, and then another bunker. Now most of the bunkers in real life are not solid. They're balloon bunkers, where they're blow up bunkers. Some fields it's wood, planks or buildings and all that kind of fun stuff. It just kind of depends. But when it comes to this kind of field, you have one of two bunkers. You have slat bunkers, which is basically literally just wood slats, all spread out so you can run from one to another, or you have the blow up bunkers. So there you guys go. I mean, super excited about that. Then over here we have the two, essentially the two backup players. You have the coach. You have a couple people watching from behind the seats. You have a cheerleader cheering them on. Then you have the fans watching in the stands. Some of them are, upset and getting pissed off. Others are scared for their players. Of course, others are cheering and having a good time. So it's all in good fun. And then over here, same thing. You have your two spare players, just in case somebody gets hurt or needs to be switched out. Typically, that's not done in a match. It's done after every match. Now, essentially, how the matches work is it's usually 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5, and they might switch their backups out after every match. A lot of times, matches last a lot less than this video, quite frankly. So it's a lot of fun. So, and then back here, of course, you have some fans watching from behind the stands. And again, I think I mentioned it. You have a secondary coach there, and then of course you have the ref here, and of course the ref on that side. This one's calling and yelling at people. But yeah, so pretty excited about the turnout. I think it looks really good. I may work on something else for the display, but overall, I'm really liking what I see. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like paintball? I love paintball. I used to play a lot and had my own gear. Now I don't. I live far from it, so I don't get a chance to play. But it's a lot of fun. So, like the build, let me know. Comment in the comments below. And remember, guys, you get points for the comments as long as they're legit comments. If you're just saying hi, you're not going to get a point. But if you comment on the video or showcase something that you like about the video, ask a question about the video, something like that, then you're definitely going to get points. So
Thanks for watching, guys. Really do appreciate all the love and support, and we will see you next time on 36 Bricks.
Tomorrow, not only we go into uniform bidding, and I don't want to take anybody in uniform bidding. I necessarily.
Did you like that video? Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like my content and want more, please consider joining one of my memberships, as every little bit counts. Want to see more? Check out this video. Or, well, shit, maybe this video. That video. Check out all my videos on my YouTube channel. And if you want to hang out during live streams, come do that too. Thanks for watching.